Hey guys, happy Friday, TGIF. It's a little bit later in the afternoon. I'm going to give you guys a sec to see if anybody jumps on. I have been, as you guys know, posting to just see what you guys need. I created this group to just be able to help more people in more of a closed environment, because I feel like on my page itself, I may be posting information or tips or something, but maybe it's something that you don't see or you miss because you're not online, or just maybe because, it's a wrong time of day or something. So I wanted to have a place where I could really just educate and help people and give you guys my best information and knowledge in order to see a vast majority of people be successful with their health and their fitness, their mindset, and all of that kind of really good stuff. All the things that make me successful with my business and my health and my fitness and that kind of stuff. So that's how kind of this group originated. This week has been kind of crazy. And I'm home today with my crew. They have conferences, so there's no school. I don't know if you can see them all sitting and whatnot. So I am working with my kids today, and I just told them that I was jumping online here. So if there's background noise, that is why. But have to get this in because the rest of the afternoon is shot, and I know that a lot of people are busy on the weekends and whatnot. So I posted the other day about things like something that you guys struggle with, like motivation, nutrition, like so that I can really just get a feel for what your needs are in the group and some ways for me to help you better. Not a mind reader, and it's really quiet in here. And for there to be so many people inside this group, I really feel like there should be a lot more engagement. So I want to make sure you're getting what you need out of it. And so please don't ever hesitate to ask or post if you have a question or a concern of any kind. And really hoping to change the dynamic of this group and get a lot more engagement with you guys. So with that, I wanted to just come in this afternoon and talk to you guys about motivation. When people ask me, how do you stay motivated? I really have to search myself because I really just feel like I'm self-motivated, and it doesn't really take me a whole heck of a lot. I love my workouts, and I really don't feel like my day is complete until I have done my workout. And that could be even on the days that I teach, because those aren't for me. My classes motivate me to be my best there. And then when I come home, I feel like, because I don't drink coffee, I feel like this is my coffee. This is my thing that starts my day off, that sets my tone, that puts me on the right path. And so for me, workouts are just a thing that's a part of my life that I love. When it comes to food, I think that's, just another thing that the good food makes me feel good. The bad food makes me feel bad. So I eat more good than I do bad. And, but that's not to say I don't eat bad or don't drink bad stuff, because I do. Everybody loves that, relax. I do like that downtime where I don't have to worry about, counting anything, or is it lean enough, or any of those things that I follow. Portion control, like all that stuff, you do need changes. So I'm motivated with my food, 80% of the time, which I think is healthy. And I don't think that you can spend 100% of your time worrying about your food. So when it comes to my business, it's something that I want. So that's a big reason why I'm motivated there. But I have 11 different things that I came up with. I wanted to share with you guys, that some of which could help you. So I wanted to share those with you this afternoon, and anybody, to kind of help anybody that's really struggling. It really is important to stay motivated, but it is hard to find those ways in which to do that, right? And that's different for everybody too. You could have one thing motivates you, but something else motivates someone else. For some people it's recognition, having a big shout out in the group, way to go, you did it. Other people, it's money. It really kind of depends. So we're going to start with that. Number one, money can motivate you. It certainly can be a motivator. For one aspect of that, you have the opportunity when you join one of our challenge groups, the full full-on challenge groups, when you commit to one of the programs, one of the incentives when you complete the programs is that you get a free t-shirt. But over and above that, you get to submit your before and after photos, and you get put into what we call the Beachbody Challenge. And winners are drawn all the time, weekly, monthly, annually, and they're actually, at the end of the year, there are $100,000 winners that they pick at the end of the year for the biggest loss. And so that is a huge motivating factor for some people. Money. You can also create your own motivation, like having a jar that you use like on the sink, or have like, put pebbles in it for each time you complete a workout, or each time you've drank your water or whatever, and then reward yourself at the end of the month for doing that, and buy yourself a pair of jeans or something, right? Like, think about rewarding yourself in a rewarding or monetary way in that regard. Let's see, number 2 we've got is make sure they're your goals. Okay, so that's a big one. A lot of times people set goals and they're doing it for someone else, like their spouse says they should be doing it, or they see a friend doing it. You want to make sure that your goals are your own, and that you are motivating yourself for your own reasons, because it's not going to help you if you're not focused on something that it's important to you, right? If it's not important to you, most likely you won't stick with it. Number 3, visualize the results. So literally, guys, you could visualize what it is that you're trying to attain. Maybe you're cutting out a picture in a magazine, and it's, Riley, I can hear you over myself. Please just whisper for a few more minutes, okay? Whether it's cutting out a picture of something that you perceive you want to look like. I mean, I hate to use that body image thing. That's probably not the best example. But I would say, visualizing you being able to run the 5K, or being able to do the push-up, like those types of visualization. I don't want to get you guys hung up on a feeling or like a picture of somebody with like a 6-pack. I mean, I feel like some people that could work for, if you have like the supermodel hung up in your workout space. I've had people say that they would put like a bathing suit picture up, and that would motivate them. So really, I think it's a personal feeling of what would motivate you, but a visualization. I'm going through this exercise. I've been doing reading the book, The Miracle Morning. And so I've got this morning routine that I'm doing, and part of it is affirmations and visualizations of what I'm wanting. And a lot of it has to do with right now with my business and the different goals that I have for this year. And so part of that is visualizing my day, and that it goes in the positive direction. I'm not visualizing that I'm sitting on piles of money or anything like that, because that's kind of silly, but I'm visualizing my day being positive, right? Like I'm not having a bad meeting with somebody, or having like a bad class, like having my day be fun and energizing and invigorating, like that kind of visualization, so that when your mindset is turned around in that way, you pretty much feel unstoppable, like that you can do anything when you start to turn things around that way. So visualize your goals and the results, the end game, right? Okay, so number 4 is breaking the goal down into smaller pieces. So instead of saying I need to lose 40 pounds, or, in that regard, you could say it's just 2 pounds, or I'm looking to lose 0.2 a day, right? Take those smaller goals if it's weight loss, and look at in smaller increments, that you're only looking to lose like 0.2 a day or something like that. Because essentially, if you're looking at it like it's 40 pounds, that's a big goal, right? And that's going to take a little bit. And so in any given week, you should think about an average of 1 to 2 pounds a week. Okay, that's average, and that's safe, and that's also going to last you on a long-term basis. 2 pounds is a lot for a week, though. So keep that in mind, that it won't always be the same. Sometimes it'll be a pound, sometimes it will be more, sometimes it'll be nothing. But if you're consistent with it, then you can safely say to yourself, I'm just looking for 0.2 pounds each day, and keep at it. Other goals to break down might be like with your food, like you are going to just drink water this week, and you're just going to focus on making sure that you get the right amount of water in for a week. And then if you can do it for a week, do it for 2 weeks, right? And then gradually you can say to yourself, okay, now I'm going to make sure that for the third week, I'm going to drink my water. And now I'm going to make sure that I have at least 3 healthy dinners, right? So if you're struggling with your food and your nutrition, start small and break it down. So start with the low hanging fruit, start with water, and then be consistent with that. And once that's a habit for you and that's a no brainer for you anymore, then add in something else really small, 2 dinners. The next week you do that for 2 weeks, right? The next week it's 3 dinners, or maybe it's, eliminating soda once a week, twice a week, whatever it is, but start small and break it down, and like maybe even create like a roadmap for yourself. Take out your calendar and say, week 1, I'm going to do the water, right? And then week 2, I'm going to focus on soda or my healthy breakfasts or whatever it is that you struggle with. I spoke to somebody last week that they're like, I do awesome all day up until the afternoon, and then that's where things start to fall apart with me. Okay, so that's good. So you can focus on the water and having a good breakfast and a good lunch, and then maybe at dinner time or something around there is where you can say, I'm going to allow myself to have, we'll do 2 healthy meals that week, or whatever it might be, right? If you want to help drilling down that stuff, I can help you with that. But that just kind of gives you an idea to just break your goals down into smaller increments so that they're more attainable. And you get more excited about it. When you're losing 0.2 pounds, you're like, yay! It's like those mini successes, right? That's going to keep you on track to the full Monty, right? Number 5, tap into other people's energy. I mean, we're doing that inside this group, and that is a huge benefit to you guys, having these groups like this, being surrounded by other like-minded people who are after the same goals. That's so huge. I always hear my friends or other people sit down saying, my feed is full of negativity. All they're seeing is stuff about politics and all that stuff. Whatever the negative media thing is of the week. I don't see any of that stuff, because guess what? All of my friends are people that are positive minded and that are coaches, or you guys, customers, people that are on their path to positivity. And so I don't get that stuff in my news feed. I'm surrounded by positive, like-minded people posting in my groups. I feel awesome. Today was a 5. I drank all my water. I did my workout, like all of these positive things. So tap into that, right? That is what you plug into so that you can stay and keep going. Number 6 is get organized. So like map it out, right? Take a calendar and map things out. What you're going to be doing for your workouts, what you're going to be doing for nutrition, what you're doing for your day, your tasks. I actually have an awesome journal that I have been using, and it has me do a planner. I mean, I have a couple of planners, but this has been awesome for me. So it talks about gratitude. It talks about when I'm getting my workout in. It talks about my planning my day. It has a brain dump on there. So get organized, right? And once you feel focused, then you can kind of conquer all those other things. And doing this is also part of my morning routine. I have this whole thing where I wake up and I do my workout and I'm journaling and I'm doing visualizations and I'm visualizing my day. And let me just tell you how much it's changed, like my entire life, my entire afternoon, and how many more hours that I have in the day. And I go to bed feeling completely satisfied and motivated for the next day, Keep the big picture in mind. So what is your long-term goal, right? And have that in the back of your mind always, always have that why in your focused in your headlights, like why it is that you are doing this. What is the end game going to be if you lose 50 pounds, or if you drink all your water, or if you make sure that you're eating healthy? Like, what is that going to do for you and your family? What is the big picture? Have that why in your headlights all of the time. Number 8, don't worry about the things that you can't control. I mean, really, guys, this is a huge one. I have to say this to myself all the time. Just let go. I mean, things are going to happen in life that you cannot control, and you cannot get upset. just take control of what you can and don't worry about what you can't. So often you find yourself paralyzed with the what ifs in life, right? So just let go and focus on turning out the quality work, the quality, what is it is that you're after. Like, just let go, okay? Seek out positive information, motivational quotes, read. I lift and fill myself up with personal development every single day. Go back to my journal and my morning routine. This is also part of that. I would not be in the place that I am with my company if it weren't for personal development. I would have not have stepped on stage to do 2 amateur bikini contests if my confidence wasn't through the roof at this point. So read. I have lists and lists of books that I can share with you guys based on what you need. If it's self-confidence, if you're looking to get your parenting skills up, personal development is key for any success. I will drive that home till I die. Keep reminding yourself, number 10, why you set the goal. Like, why are you doing this, right? Why is it important to you? Take a few moments to sit back and remind yourself why you choose this path in the first place. Is it to help yourself? Is it to help your family? Was it because you knew your end goal would lead to long-term happiness, even if it was short-term work? Think about it in that regard. Okay, because this is going to help you when you struggle, when not every day is going to be perfect, right? Not every day is going to be a bed of roses. So if you can continually keep your why in your headlights, why you're doing this and how it's going to make you feel and the end goal, that is going to keep you going when it's the toughest. And the last one is be consistent. And this means that even if you don't want to, even if you're not in the mood, you're doing one proactive thing that will move you towards your ultimate goal, okay? So stay motivated and keep going. Little consistent things every single day is what is going to help you to reach that goal, I promise. Nobody went and lost 40 pounds overnight, right? Nobody went and was a perfect eater in 2 days or 7 days. These 5-day groups that I run, like, nobody's perfect by the end of those. It takes time. So be patient with yourself, but doing those little tiny inconsistent things every single day is what is going to get you to your end game. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. Please comment and let me know if you have any questions, if you need any recommendations on personal development, if you need help setting up a calendar and a plan for, scheduling your workouts and your nutrition and all of that. Let me know if you're watching this on the replay. Send me some hearts. And I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. And see you in the page.